inspired by soccer actually, because it was like World Cup vibe to me. They are definitely trying to make the price point higher by making it leather. It doesn't smush as much, but these pieces are super smushy. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, I'm a little bit sniffly today, so excuse that if it's really freezing in Melbourne right now. Yeah, I'm kind of dying. So I wanted to discuss anyway the Louis Vuitton men's fashion show Spring Summer 2025 by PHARRELL. I think this collection has got a lot of love and hate. Some of the comments on Instagram were kind of like, what is PHARRELL's fashion background? There's nothing remarkable here. I've not seen one significant groundbreaking design under PHARRELL. Everything is so basic and gaudy at the same time. A lot of hate. LV has become a caricature of its former self at this point. He has no knowledge of fit or tailoring. It's so bad. So I do think that this collection got quite a lot of hate, but I think that PHARRELL also has a big cult following and there's a lot of people who are also obsessed with this collection. So I'd love to know your thoughts, guys. And I want to share my thoughts as well, because do I love the collection? I actually don't. I found it less cringy compared to like the Western one. I didn't really like that myself, but I did like some of the P9 Speedies, the like pink color and the turquoise was really pretty. And similarly in this collection they've done a lot of like really cute P9 Speedies. Like it wasn't like something that I was like, you know, obsessed with personally, but that's just probably my own taste. But I did notice some of the inspiration was like kind of surrounded by like the map of the world, so there was a lot of like blue and green. And they also had all these like flags around kind of the runway, all these different colored flags of the world, and there was this damier check that was kind of in those colors as well, of like the flags of the world. What did I think of it? The bags, yeah, there was a lot of bags, that's for sure. So as I mentioned, there was a new P9 Speedy. Well, I kind of predicted they would start doing pastel colors, and yes, they have. Do I think that they're doing too much with the P9 Speedy? I honestly, my first thought was, wow, they're like releasing a lot of colors at once, because I think if they wanted to create more hype, they could slowly release a color like every season, not do like 3 colors here, 5 colors here, 3 colors here, because it feels like not too long ago they just launched the turquoise one, or you're able to pre-order the pink and the other, there was like another color, purple as well. Now you're able to, it's like soon order the other colors. Like I think that they're kind of releasing too many colors at once, but let me know what you think as well, guys. But am I surprised that they're doing a pastel color palette? Not really. I think that's like something that would appeal to like more girly girls, and pastel is actually, it does work with this style. Now the most standout color to me was definitely the bubblegum pink, and I believe this is going to come in a size 30 and a bigger size, and I think the 30 is around 8,000 euros. If you want the size 25, I think that's going to come out in the orangey color and the lime yellow color, and these will also be, I think, around 7,500 euros or something. So I don't think all the colors will be available in size 25, unfortunately, but I'm not too sure at this stage. Then there's also a So Black version, which is quite cool with the black hardware. I think, yeah, that really works. I mean, everyone has a soft spot for the So Black, kind of like that evil, under the radar vibe, and it makes the monogram a little bit more subtle. But yeah, my personal favorite, I quite like the minty green and I like the pink, but yeah, that will come in the size 30. I do like the size 30 because I think it has a little bit more of a slouch and it enables you to deck it out with more bag charm. So yeah, I would go for the size 30 personally, but 25 is better for crossbody, which you did see walking down the runway, the mini yellow one styled crossbody, and so that makes it a little bit more hands-free, I suppose. But there's been more of a trend to like clutch your bag like this or hold it top handle, so yeah, let me know. Do you like the size 25 more, guys, or the size 30? Because I used to be more of a size 25 kind of preference, but now I'm thinking like the 30 kind of has this like nice slouch to it. So you can also get more exotics in the P9 Speedy as well. There was Python finish, which I'm not a huge fan of Python. I feel like over time it goes a bit crusty. But then you could also get crocodile, and if you are a real VVIP, you can order the Millionaire Speedy, which PHARRELL was seen sporting at the end of the show. So this Speedy is in crocodile. I believe it's like 800,000 euros or something. And from what I saw when he was walking down at the end of the show. I think there was like a little diamond lock on it as well, so a full pavé lock, and I assume that the gold chain is like gold, like real gold, which is why it's so expensive. Do I think that it's worth it? Absolutely not, because if you look at like a Himalayan diamond Birkin, it is not $1 million. So I don't know why what warrants the price tag for this. I don't know if it's just like a flex to wear it, probably. And then the chain design, I can kind of understand why he put the chain, because it kind of feeds into that. I think of like rappers and like R&B artists wearing those like gold chains. But I feel like the length of the chain is a little bit long for one thing. It's kind of like dangling low on his pants, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a bit of a lazy design, but worth the $1 million? Not to me, but maybe to somebody it is. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that, but yeah, I do like the pink one, as I've said a million times. Then another key style I noticed was the Louis Vuitton packaging bag. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like the Louis Vuitton packaging, literally. And it comes in like the orange and blue color. Then you can also get a monogram version. And a thing to note as well, I think that some of the monogram pieces on this in this collection are actually, they look like the coated canvas, but it's actually leather, and it has more of a slouch to it. So I think that's quite a cool concept that PHARRELL is bringing to Louis Vuitton, because there was rumors, like, remember guys, a few years ago, everyone was saying, oh, they're going to get rid of like the monogram canvas pieces because of the quality, and like, you know, Louis Vuitton is trying to level themselves up. Well, this could be a way for them to like phase out the canvas pieces and still have that iconic brown with monogram look. They could just make more bags in leather, make them more expensive, and then not have as many after sales, because I think with coated canvas as well, sometimes it can crack and that sort of thing. Although sometimes after sales for businesses are not too bad, because if you have after sales and like customers come in to pick up their repairs, it can be a way to convert them to buy more as well. So if you can bring customers into your store, whether it's for after sales or anything, sometimes it's a good thing. But I do think that the canvas, because it's a cheaper price point, maybe that's why they've discontinued a lot of monogram pieces, because it's too cheap, or they've redesigned it. For example, like the pochette accessories, they've added a chain and made it more expensive, or something like that. Or they've made the toiletry pouches, you can only buy them in a trio now, kind of thing. So they are definitely trying to make the price point higher by making it leather, but also it kind of helps the customer who only likes the brown with the monogram. It kind of converts them into the leather goods and allures them to pay more, basically. But yeah, I would like to see what this leather finish is like actually on the monogram canvas. I think it's kind of interesting. There's also a Noe bag with a pocket at the front, and it says your name, so I think it's able to be personalized, which is kind of interesting, and something from Louis Vuitton that I think is very quintessential. You know, having personalized luggage, having personalized Speedies. I think this new format of personalization is quite cool. And you're usually only able to put like, you know, your initials. You're not able to like write your full name on the bag. So I think that's quite cool. Although I suppose for resale value purposes, maybe not everyone would want to do it. It's a cool idea. Would I do it myself? Would I want my name on my bag? To be honest, maybe it helps it not get stolen, because if I have my name fully just on my bag, maybe that's smart. But then also, I don't know if I'd put my full name on my bag just for privacy reasons. There's also a Montsouris backpack with 2 pockets on the front. It's also made out of like the monogram leather, so it looks like canvas, but it is leather. And it's called Soft Leather Goods, this collection. I'm just getting this from info.lv2. And it's similar to the P9 Speedy leather, so it's that really smushy leather. So that means that it's probably going to be quite expensive as well. Anything in this smushy leather finish, yeah, it's going to be more of a premium price. Another key feature of a lot of the bags is that they had this like little swing tag, like a gold swing tag, which was an interesting element, I guess very signature of this collection. Then there was like the, is this bag called like Shalong or something? Shlong bag? I don't know. That just comes to my head when I see it. That bag, which is a bit of a throwback style. A Shlong or Belong bag? Belong bag? Is that what it is? Like a hobo style. And at the start of the show, they were holding it like that. I assume this is also out of that like smushy leather finish, but it looks like coated canvas. So there's that. in a bigger size, and again, the personalization element. Then there were like some smushy clutches. And then a lot of like soft trunk styles, and the way that they folded inwards was very smushy because it's in the leather as opposed to the canvas. So if you look at, for example, the soft trunk bag, that sometimes comes in the canvas and it smushes, but it doesn't smush as much. But these pieces are super smushy, so that's the benefit of doing it in leather. Now, there's also a lot of standout keypoles in this collection. The fully Swarovski crystal one is pretty cool. That one I think is rather expensive as well. Then you also have a binoculars bag. You had a soccer ball bag. Maybe this collection is inspired by soccer, actually, because it was like World Cup vibe to me, because they had all the world flags, and then also they had like sporty jerseys, like tops, and like the soccer ball is pretty obvious, so perhaps it was inspired by sport as well. Although the little Speedy in the yellow reminded me of a tennis ball, so yeah, it had a very sporty vibe, this collection, that's for sure. Then another interesting bag. So then we also had that kind of like rainbow damier design as well in a lot of colors, and I think this may be more in a canvas material, and the blue and the green finish. Just like some of the bags from this collection. Let me know what you think. Are you tempted to buy anything? I'm not, because it's way out of my price point. I'd rather buy an Hermes bag to pay that much, but I think if you're a Louis Vuitton fan, you might get into it. I know it has had a lot of criticism as well, so it'll be interesting to see how it's reflected in the sales, if people do warm up to this and want to order a lot of the collection, if people will prefer the smushy monogram leather over the classic monogram canvas. Let me know what you think, because actually I personally prefer leather bags to canvas bags. I think that they wear better and they're easier to repair. So I do appreciate that aspect of what PHARRELL is doing for Louis Vuitton. Yeah, so thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!